Good afternoon, everyone, and we are back here at the Lansing Eastern Stadium on this beautiful Sunday afternoon. And today we've got a very, very interesting matchup between your Lansing Common FC Robins and Goshen City FC. My name is Noah Stalker. I will once again be on play-by-play. To my right is Josh Lee on color. Josh, how you doing today?
Doing good. It'll be a fun Sunday afternoon. Had a good weekend to start off. Detroit sports playing pretty good. Tigers playing pretty good. And we get some league match for the first time in about a month, Noah.
Yeah, that's right. It's been a hot minute for sure. And this is actually a very important one, if I do say so myself, with how Lansing Common FC is at the top of their division with only a few games left to go in the regular season.
Yeah, it's very important today. Currently, Lansing Common sitting atop of the Great Lakes West Division, 16 points from 6 games, taking points from every single game, which is something that not every team in the division can say. Keeping a close eye on what's happening over against 1927 SC and Midwest United's under-23s. They kicked off at 3 p.m. Not really sure where we can find that information on what's going on right now over that game. But essentially, what boils down to it is, if we take maximum points from this one, the Robins are in the driver's seat to punch their ticket to the championship game later this month, or later next month, I should say.
Yeah, well, key matchup here today here at the Lansing Eastern Stadium.
And then essentially, if Robins take all maximum points from this one, can essentially knock out Goshen City from contention to compete for that conference championship.
Yeah, so Goshen FC has something to play for at the very least. Want to be that spoiler to the Robins right now. Meanwhile, here is the starting lineup here. They'll be going with the 4-2-3-1 format. In Golden Day will be Brooks Boersma coming back. It's been a few weeks since we've heard that name.
Yeah, again, Boersma, the #1 goalkeeper that you expect to play on match days. Like we said, we haven't had a home league game since May 31st. A lot of the home games have been away, and a lot of the league games, they've been playing away. So you're going to be hearing our voices a lot more in terms of home league games coming up, because out of the next 3 games past this one, 2 of them are home in the league.
Yep, if I remember correctly, it'll be the ones on July 11th and July 19th.
Correct. Those are our last 2 home games with one sandwiched in the middle on the road.
Yeah, back to the lineup in the backfield, that will be Garden Boersma. On the left will be Max Crawford. Right to him will be Ben Novello, then Spencer Powell, and Michael Dietz.
Spencer Powell coming back into the lineup. For at least our eyes, he's been playing on the road. The captain, the catalyst, the main man in the middle, the reinforcement that this team needs. Spencer Powell's going to be, he's been my man of the season so far. Let's see if he continues today.
Meanwhile, in the midfield, you got Jack Heald coming back and Avery Dresky.
Jack Heald, another player that I've talked a lot about this season. He's been the main man. He's been that reinforcement in the middle. He's that anchor. He's got that British swagger, that style, that tough influence in the midfield that really throws other midfields off.
All right, in front of them will be Jason Janowski on the left, Michael Costaglanis on the right, and in mid will be Owen Rush and Jack Voigt as a striker.
Yeah, it's Scott, our producer, and I were talking before the game, and it's nice to have Jack Voigt back into the lineup for this one. The all-time leading goal scorer for Lansing Common FC to be up top. And in a game that's very pivotal for both sides, you're going to have to put in maximum effort from both sides in this one to try and, at least for Goshen City, to stay involved in this contest, where if you're the Robins, you want to push them out of contention and you want to have your eyes close on what's happening against 1927 FC and Midwest United. Can't clinch it today, but you can definitely put yourself in a main driver's seat with 2 games at home and the 3rd on the road. You can put yourself in the driver's seat in this one.
Oh, absolutely. Treat this game like any other, but this one's even more important than the rest.
Completely.
All right, the team's just getting their picture taken by one of our interns here right before we get the game started.
I believe actually all of our interns that are down in the field are taking pictures, including some that aren't even photographers. No, I think it's important to note about what happened. The Robins had a game on Friday, so it's quick turnaround. But what happened in that one is the Robins were playing Tulip City. And Tulip City, no offense to Tulip City, but they are 5th in the division and have 10 less points than the Robins. The Robins went up 2-0 with about, I want to say, 80-ish minutes left in the game. Around that point, and Tulip City scored 2 quick goals to make it 2-2, and you thought to yourself that you were only going to take a point away from home, which honestly you would take in this league. But another late-minute comeback to get the final goal, to take all 3 points away from home. The second time they've done that all season. It just shows that this team doesn't give up, and that's a message that Brent Sorg sent to them this entire season, that goals come in that last 10 minutes. So it's essential to stay sharp for the entire 90 minutes, even on a hot day like this where the turf is still feeling the heat that's reverberating off of it.
Yeah, it's definitely a scorcher out here today. Just like the last time we were here, it was absolutely hot. I was completely drenched in sweat because of that, and that was only a friendly game, so this one's got more stakes to it too.
Completely. I am feeling it up here. I don't have as big of a water bottle as last time, but it's going to be an important one today.
All right, Goshen City FC will be kicking off the first half here at the Lansing Eastern Stadium. Looking to disrupt Lansing Common's basically stranglehold on the division as we are underway here in Lansing. Just going to get the feel of it real quick as we enter the first few seconds of this game. You can hear the crowd's a lot more energetic in this game right now. Meanwhile, here's a prime opportunity here as Janowski gets tripped up and it bounces out of bounds, right almost into the stands as well.
That pressing style that we've talked about all season that Coach Sorg highlighted in that first team meeting, where we really got to introduce to the entire team and the coaching staff. Prevalent all season, going to be key in this one and try and disrupt Goshen City's momentum.
All right, ball trickles its way over to midfield. As a couple Robins try to break it up, but Goshen City still has possession as they bounce it off to the left side. And now angling back over to midfield. Just staying in that middle half, or their middle half of the field. Meanwhile, here's an opportunity here on the right side. There's a shot as Borsell races right towards it and grabs it immediately.
Goshen City causing trouble there on that right-hand side. Going to have to keep an eye on that one as they're really trying to attack Max Crawford. And something Coach Sorg normally talks about before games is finding that weak link, finding the person that you want to attack at. There's definitely somebody on that back line for Goshen City they're going to target and go up the side of. Seems like Goshen City's going to go towards that right-hand side in favor going against Max Crawford.
All right, meanwhile, Goshen FC goalie kicks it out of bounds. Here comes the Robins right now. Just pinned on the right side at the moment. There goes, I believe that's Resch on the right corner, trying to maneuver around a few Goshen players, and he's able to break through, but he gets tripped up. No call on the field. Ball is still live as we get to the first 2 minutes into this game.
I'm stunned that that was not a penalty. I mean, it wasn't necessarily aggressive contact there, but it did seem like he got tripped up between 2 defenders that were sandwiching him. It seemed like a penalty to me. Again, we've talked about it. We're not going to disagree with officials, but it certainly could have been a penalty.
Up off the head of Voigt. Now here comes Costaglanis on the right side. Let's see if they can get their first scoring chance here. The shot, and it sails over the crossbar. He's going to go right to Crawford, though, on the left. Gets a pass off. Bounces on the Goshen FC cleat. A little scrum going on right there. Goes past the legs of Crawford, but it is stolen by Dresky. And it's going right back from Goshen FC. Now they're going to race over to midfield on the right side. Ball is still up. Oh, it looked like it was about to go out of bounds, but Goshen's able to keep it alive. Broken up by Crawford as Heel gets it now. Gives it over to Janowski, who gives it right back to Crawford. Now Crawford's going to pitter-patter it over to Resch, who's going to pass it on to the right. That was Dietz. Meanwhile, Janowski thinks about it, but it gets broken up and doesn't go out of bounds. It's saved at the very last second. Now Janowski has it racing with it. Trying to keep it in, but it's too late with that. Ball sails right out of bounds. Goal kick, Goshen FC.
Very technical play so far from the Robins. Excellent start, keeping that fresh, that energy, that sharpness. They did just play on Friday, so you can definitely see the energy there. Great ideas there. Cutting in by, I believe that was Michael Dietz that was cutting in on that right-hand side. Played it to Janowski. Janowski skips past the Goshen City defender. Just too heavy of a touch. Just too much excitement. Had a great chance. If he had that, if it less of a touch on it, would have been a great opportunity to get a good shot on target and potentially go up 1-0.
Big boot here from Goshen FC, going from one end to the other. Ball's going to go past the defense as Ben Novello is going to regroup as he gives it right to Boersma.
I don't know if you noticed there, Noah, but Spencer Powell, I've talked about the leadership there, just telling Novello that he has time, he can be calm there. Didn't have to rush, just showing that his leadership is there.
Yeah, it's great to have the captain basically here back at the field as Casaglanis attempts for something, but Goshen still has possession, and now the ball is going to go out of bounds. It's going to be Lansing throw-in now. A little indecisive right here as it trickles over to Dresky. Meanwhile, Goshen's going to regroup as it goes right to their goalkeeper. There's a big shot. It's going to go right over Crawford's head, and still in possession with his Goshen, but just three more Robins that are just going to take it right back. Crawford. Now he's going to give it to Dresky. Now to Dietz. Now Powell's going to go for a big kick. Just going to flip the field. As Goshen's now going to go back on defense. I'm looking for an opportunity. Sailing it right in between Dietz and Powell. Now with midfield with it now is Casaglanis. Casaglanis is just trying to juke his way around a few players. Now he's got the ball right back to his feet. He's going to give it to Heald. Heald's right in the middle as the whistle is blown.
Yeah, a little over aggressive. Robins are going to have to commit more men forward, as it seems as if Goshen City's playing with a 5-back formation where they have the 3 center backs and they have 2 wing backs that kind of play as, in the modern game, they become wingers, but they can drop back and defend. So they're going to have to commit more men, more runs behind to try and dummy the situation.
Oh, there's a chance right there for Voigt to get something going, but it is intercepted by Goshen City FC. Meanwhile, trying to run back onto the fence, going over to Boersma. Boersma's just going to backpedal his way over to his net, and he's going to kick it over back to Dietz, who's going to give it right to Powell. Who's going to give it right back to Boersma. Now he's going to go left to Novello. He's going to tell him to march on as he's marching over to midfield. Now over to back to Janowski, who kicks it all the way to, kicks it to Crawford, but Goshen's able to steal the ball right back. Here comes Voigt trying to pressure the goalie right there. Meanwhile, the ball is past Crawford. Here comes Goshen FC. Angling on to the left. Gets a pass off onto the left sideline. Going right over to Powell, though. Powell's able to disrupt it and trying to get back. But oh, here's a chance for Goshen. Here comes a shot. And they score. Breaking right through Powell's defense as Goshen takes the lead early in this game.
Not the start that you want, and especially for the Goshen City fans that are here. Perfect start. Capitalizing on a mistake at the back. Spencer Powell, somebody that you don't expect it. Only the 2nd goal given up here at home for the Robins. But hey, this is history repeating itself. Goshen went up one early against the Robins in Indiana. Robins are going to have to fight their way back in this one to try and take maximum points. The Goshen City will not go down without a fight to try and keep themselves alive in the conference championship game in the future.
Yep, Goshen trying to play spoiler, not trying to disrupt their stranglehold on the division, as I said earlier. Let's just see if this trend of falling behind in the past few games doesn't come back to bite them in the third time here as they go back right on offense. White signaling to a couple players right now as the ball goes out of bounds. It's going to be a goal kick for Goshen FC.
It seems as if Goshen City's playing with as I've mentioned, a 5-man back with 2 pivots in the midfield, and then they kind of have a 3-man front. Not so much 3 strikers, 2 wingers and a striker, but they all can kind of play that collective style. Kind of the way that Ruben Amarin tries to play with Manchester United. So they're trying to pass out from the back. They're going to attack with the wingers going up front.
Here's a big kick by Goshen. He's got a couple Robbins defenders racing for it. And that's Dietz who got it last, who gives it over to Costaglanis. Now angling onto the middle. Tries to get a pass to Janowski, but it is stolen right by Goshen FC.
Resch had the right idea there, trying to play in Janowski with the cut that you're supposed to go on a 45-degree angle towards the goal. Janowski opted to go outside. Resch had the right idea, just miscommunication there.
All right, Novello picks it along to Boersma. About 9.5 minutes into the first half, Goshen FC gets the early lead, 1-0 right now at the Lansing Eastern Stadium. Here's Boersma with a big kick, trying to give it to Voigt. Can't receive it, unfortunately, as Goshen goes back gets possession back. Number 5 is just going to race over to the left corner. Janowski just steals it right there, goes right over the head of Resch as Heel tries to go back for the ball. Here comes another rush here for Goshen. It is stopped by Dietz as Boersma sails a huge kick over midfield back into Goshen territory. Racing for it on the right side is Costaglanis, but he's not able to get to it as the ball still stays out of bounds, just tiptoeing that sideline. Here goes another kick. That's Dresky who tries to corral it, but it's not, but loses it as Powell's going to race back, trying to keep another goal from going in as he slides the ball out of bounds. Throw in for Goshen FC.
I believe it'll be offsides on number 22 on that left-hand side. Kind of reminds me of Morez Johnson, a big man from Illinois with the haircut style. He's going to be the problem, it seems, all day. He's got lightning quick speed so far off in the first 11 minutes. He's been super quick, agile, tenacious, fighting for the ball. Got to keep an eye on number 22 on that left-hand side.
All right, Novello's going to dribble it along. He's going to touch it over to Crawford. He's going to get right back to Novello. Novello with a slight kick over, but it's going to go right to the defense. But Resch is able to rebound it as he loses possession. Here comes another odd man rush, but Boris was able to corral it in, so in case no disaster happens here, to make it a 2-0 game. And now Boris is going to think about it for a second. He's going to punt it over to Crawford. Crawford's racing along. Going back with it now is Costaglanis. Gets a pass off over to Dietz. Now back to Costaglanis. He's going to go backwards a bit. Now over with it is Dresky. Gives it right to Novello. Then trapezoids it to Crawford. Crawford tiptoeing the left sideline, or his left sideline. Closest to us. Meanwhile, Goshen with another attempt is stopped by Powell. Banks off the cleat of, I believe that was number 8 of Goshen FC. Ball's just going to is bouncing up in the air. Now it's going to travel out of bounds here. Goshen FC throw in. Russian heel try to pinch him, but it's going to go out of bounds. But it's going to be their throw in, thankfully.
Somebody's going to have to take control in this one from a Robbins perspective. Somebody's got to show up as nothing is working. Goshen City's just remaining tenacious, quick. Counter-attacking soccer is just being so impressive right now from them. If the Robins want to continue their unbeaten streak in the league and in general, something's got to change. Somebody is going to have to step up and put the ball into a dangerous position and try and play hero ball right now.
Yeah, I believe they are the only unbeaten team in the Great Lakes Conference.
I believe you are correct. I believe everybody else, especially in the east side, potentially has taken defeat against somebody.
Yeah, let's see if Lansing can keep the magic going as we've crossed the 13-minute mark of the first half. Goshen City FC has a 1-0 lead here. As Novella tries to get it past to Crawford, but it is stolen. Whistle is blown, though. Who's that going to be on?
I believe it'll be a free kick coming for the Robins.
All right, ref's going to announce it's going to go right to where he's at. It's going to be at the 45-yard line of the field. Max Crawford's going to be the one to take the free kick here. He's winding up for the kick. Got a bunch of Robins swarming the middle of the field. Here comes the attack. Bounces off ahead of a couple players, but it's just going to stay in the air. Here comes another odd man rush. Goshen's going to try for something here. Number 22 is racing for it now. He's going to get the shot, and it is saved by Boersma. Nice job there to keep it alive, and it goes out of bounds.
Wow, what an incredible reflex save there from Brooks Boersma. Came out, did the right thing that you're always told as a goalie. Come out, make yourself big, show your presence there. Got a kick save from the man that's been dangerous all day, number 22. Sorry, I do not know your name, number 22. We have not been provided a roster from Goshen City, but man, has he been electric up that left-hand side. And the Robins defense has been sloppy all day so far. That's another critical chance for Goshen. That's going to have to get cleaned up sooner rather than later, or otherwise it's going to be a dangerous game.
Here comes the corner kick from Goshen. Bounces off the head of Novella, and it's going to bank out behind him. And it's almost going to go out of bounds. Number 2 saves it. Here comes another kick from Goshen. Rebound attempt here. It is blocked by Lansing. Nice job there as they clear it out. And it's going to go right across midfield.
Dangerous so far, Noah, dangerous. Robins right now, lucky to only be down 1-0.
Yes, they are lucky indeed. We are only 15 minutes into the first half. There's still plenty of regulation time to go, as well as the potential stoppage time here in the first half. But Lansing's going to have to find a way to crawl back in here. Here comes another chance here for Goshen. Boersma going to try and corral it in. And they know they're going to be offside. Number 9 knew he was going to be offside as he tried to play that ball. As Lansing's going to try and regroup here.
Goshen City putting themselves into good situations. They may be offsides a couple times, but they're really doing a good job of the runs, and the players are doing a great job of looking up and trying to find them. That's the difference right now between Goshen City and the Robins, that they're looking for the runs. Goshen City trying to play that over-the-top ball. There's not too much wind compared to normal. I mean, the American flag out on the left is going from right to left, but they're taking advantage. Robins aren't looking up for their players taking runs.
Ball sails over back onto to Boersma. Gonna try and get something going offense here as they're about to reach the 16.5-minute mark in the first half. Powell with a huge kick. It's gonna bank right off the shoulder of a Goshen player. But right into possession with it is Costaglanis. He's racing for it in the right corner. Looking for a prime scoring chance here. Janowski's trying to wave that he's open, but he's gonna give it to Heald though. He's gonna lose it. And it's going to be a goal kick for Goshen FC, unfortunately. Looks like going off the cleat of Heald last.
Yeah, Jack Heald. Just another heavy touch. It seems to be the theme of the day so far with the players into the final third, into the opponent's goal box. The heat is already getting to me, Noah. He's trying to do some in-depth analysis. Heavy touches, just not the way that you want it to go.
Meanwhile, Voice is playing super aggressive so far in this first half. He's been trying to race for the ball wherever it is. Meanwhile, off the face of Novello. Still on Goshen's third of the field. Janowski's going to look to pressure him, but he's going to kick it right back to their goalie. Now Voice going to try and race for the ball. Janowski's going to get it back. Bounces off a rush, and it sails right into the hands of Goshen's goalkeeper.
That was a prime chance there, Noah. Janowski, he saw daylight, but honestly, he should have just taken his time, been composed, and tried to make some men miss. The goalie wasn't too far out. He was easily going to get back into position. Otherwise, he would have had to hit a thunder strike to be able to get that past the goalie.
Right, meanwhile, Novell's racing as he gives it back to Boersma. Now Boersma's going to pass it right to Dresky. Dresky's going to taper it right along to Dietz as Dietz marches his way forward. Gets a big kick. Voigt's going to race for it. He's not going to be able to get it on time, though. He's going to go right behind the number 15 of Goshen City FC. He gets a pass off as they look to regroup on offense. Here comes Goshen FC as they cross midfield. Dietz is going to stop it as it goes out of bounds. Here comes the throw-in. He thinks about it for a second, but he's going to try and get everyone set up first. Let's see what they got planned here. A little more than 18.5 minutes in this first half here at the Lansing East Stadium in our state's capital of Lansing, Michigan. Your Robins are down by 1 in this pivotal matchup here in the Great Lakes Conference. Trying to look to stay in the driver's seat of the Great Lakes West. Goshen's looking to play spoiler here as they're bouncing it right back and forth in their defense. Lansing calls that it's going to be their throwing, but the ref says otherwise. It's going to be Goshen ball. It looked like it bounced off one of their Goshen's cleats last, but it's a little hard to see from up here.
Nope, I agree. But again, like we said all along,
now here's the throw-in for Lansing. That was a little bit more obvious.
Yeah, clearly went off of Goshen City cleat. Still got to play.
All right, Powell's going to try and get a pass off, and he does. He gives it to Dietz on the right. Dietz is being chased by the lone goal scorer in this game, number 22. It's going to go out of bounds, though. Lansing's still going to have possession of the ball here.
Ref's been very particular about spots in this game so far between free kicks and throw-ins, making sure that the players know that he's in control of this one.
All right, throw-in goes right off the foot of a Goshen player. Still back on defense with it is Lansing. Crawford sails one over to the head of another Goshen back. Meanwhile, Costa Glance is going to be a little bit more aggressive, going to the left. Here comes a shot blocked by Goshen. Here comes another try here as Dresky gives it to Crawford, who's going to go right back to Dresky. Trying to look for an open man. They're just going to go back and forth with it. Crawford back to Dresky. Dresky back to Crawford, but he can't get the connection right there as it's stolen by Goshen City FC. Now Novella's going to have it, who's going to go right to the captain, Powell. Puck is over to the Dietz. Now Resch is going to try and corral it. Nothing there. And now we got a whistle. Looks like Dietz got a little too aggressive as it's going to be now a free kick for Goshen City.
I finally figured out the name of the goal scorer, by the way. It is Kingsley Kanu from Johannesburg, South Africa. Johannesburg, South Africa. But he's been electric up that left-hand side as it's pumped towards him. He's just been the dynamic playmaker in this one.
Absolutely, playing like he's the king of the field, if you'd say so.
Yeah, good one there, Noah. Good one. Even in the heat, we still got great calls from Noah Stalker.
Whoa, here's a big dive there from Dietz. He's just hammers it with the top of his head, but as the ball still stays alive.
Went all out for that one to try and keep it away from the danger man.
All right, here comes Kanu on the left side. He's going to spin his way around the defense. Gets a pass off to the right. Here comes a shot, and it sails over. That was an obvious field goal there. We got a 3-0 game for Goshen. They're leading on in both terms of football.
Yeah, we love for any. I've been paying attention to social media, and Goshen City put the live stream on their social media. If you're new here, that's one of our favorite things to do. Me and Noah, we love talking about if it goes to the uprights, the score in American football. But great play again from Kanu there. He finds the man. Great dummy there from the number 9. Plays it over to the number 2. And number 2 let a thunderbolt. Got away from him. Got a little carry on it. But another great chance there from Goshen.
All right, Boris was able to get it to Crawford, who bounces off of his head. Janowski trying for something. He's got an opening. Here comes the Otis. Oh, come on. Janowski had a wide open lane, but is stolen at the last second.
This is the advantage that comes when you play a 5-man at the back from Goshen City. Jason Janowski, I believe the opponents will argue was a little too aggressive there, put a shove into the back, but it seemed like the Goshen City defender went down too quick, had his opportunity, but when you have numbers back, you have somebody always back that can come and clear it up. Janowski, that's the best chance of the game so far.
Meanwhile, here comes the corner kick for Lansing. Janowski's on the right. Looks like Crawford's going to be one to take it. No, that's DeVresh, never mind. Here comes another head attempt, and it just goes right into the hands of the Goshen City goalkeeper. Oh, there's another prime opportunity for Lansing is robbed by Goshen City as we reach the 23-minute mark in this half. Here comes Goshen, and it is intercepted immediately by the defense. Now regrouping with it is Lansing as Jason Janowski, who had the prime chance, gives it right back to Crawford, who's going to send it right back to Novello, returning it back to Crawford. Now to Dresky. They're just playing keep away right now in a triangle. Now around midfield with it. Circling his way over to the left. Now Janowski's going to try and redeem himself. Here he goes on the left side. Gets a pass off the heel, but Heel's not able to receive it as it goes right out of bounds, and it's not going to be a goal kick.
Another great opportunity there. Mikey Castaglanis coming off from the right-hand side, dropping into the midfield area. Give and go there with Jack Heel playing more of a forward role as Mikey came in, swinged it over to Janowski. Janowski saw the run from Jack Heel. Great play ahead, just too much on the ball. Another good opportunity. Ever since those couple chances from Goshen City, the Robins have responded well, putting the pressure from that press that Coach Sorg has talked about, just needing that extra number to put the ball in the back of the net with the 5-man from Goshen City.
Yeah, we're just hoping Lansing's able to turn that pressure into opportunity and that opportunity into plenty more goals to try and get the win and sit atop of the conference. Here comes Russ, who's going to try and do something, but he is tangled up by Goshen FC. But we got a whistle there. It's going to be a foul there on Goshen. Or
handball. A handball. That is a clear and obvious denial of a goal-scoring opportunity. Hand in an unnecessary position, having them up by his side, kind of performing a T-pose. It was clear as day. The entire crowd saw it. The referee saw it. This is going to be a good chance, and I bet my money that Jack Heel will be standing over this one to put a good chance on goal. This is going to be a dangerous chance against Leonard Wider, I believe that is the goalie for Goshen City FC. Another foreign player for Goshen City. He's from, I'm going to butcher the town, but from Germany. I don't want to butcher the town's name, but this is a dangerous chance here for the Robins.
All right, Heel's going to get ready for this kick. This could make or break this the tone of the game for the Robins here. Let's see if they can tie this game up. Trying to get settled, though, at first. Got Castaglanis and Heel having a small conversation before they get started. Oh, here comes the stutter, but Heel gets a shot, and it sails over the uprights. Lansing had a chance, but it goes into the wrong net. It goes over the wrong piece of equipment, more so. Tie game in American football, but they're still down in regular soccer.
Yeah, but it will be a goal. It will be a corner kick. It will be a corner kick. Still more opportunities to pose a dangerous threat there. But, man, that was such a great idea. Castaglanis with the fake. Jack Heel tried to get underneath the wall with the shot. Just somebody had a right foot in the right location. Keep it up.
Here comes the corner kick. Ball goes down and is caught by Wider. That was a diving catch by their goalie, too.
The two players that we've mentioned so far from Goshen City have definitely been the reasons why they're still in this one.
All right, Goshen City's going to look to get their momentum back. It's stolen right by Crawford as he's racing across midfield. Tries to get it past the void, but is stopped, but it banks off of a Resch. Ball's going to go right to the left corner. And now we got a whistle blown.
Jack Voigt just straight into an offside position. Had a great chance there, just can't make the numbers work. It's just, once again, Robins are responding well, down 1-0, a position they don't find themselves very often at home. Somebody's going to have to find the quality to string together the right number, the right length, and the right power on passes. and somebody up front is going to have to tuck it away to get this one back to taking a point.
Yeah, we're more than halfway done with the first half. Goshen City FC still up 1-0 here as they look to go for something on offense. Now Kana's going to race on their left corner. He's able to corral the ball. Here comes a chance. Gets right past Powell, goes for a shot, and is blocked by Novello. Here comes a rebound attempt, and it's blocked once again. Nice job there. Still in their own zone. Lance is able to clear it out, and now Resch is going to try and go for something on offense. Here comes a big kick. Voigt's going to race for it. Ball's bounced, tiptoeing the right sideline, going into that corner as Voigt's able to corral it. He gets pushed down, and it goes out of bounds. I believe they're going to call it a goal kick.
Yeah, Jack Voigt couldn't get there. Great job shielding by the big man in the backfield. Not in the backfield, in the back line of the defense. Backfield is football. But in that back line to create that anchor, not allowing Goshen City to get a chance there. Or, excuse me, not allowing the Robins get a chance there. The heat is getting to me, Noah. I am ready for a hydration break soon.
I might need to get a few water bottles for us.
Yeah, I'm running low on in my Gatorade bottle here.
All right, here comes Goshen City once again. About to cross midfield now. Blocked by Powell. Now Khan's going to try and keep it in, but it goes right out of bounds. It's going to be Lansing throwing. Dietz immediately gives it right to Powell. Crossing the 29.5-minute mark in this game. We got a little more than 15 minutes to go in regulation here at the first half. Lansing still down 1-0. Let's see if they can tie this game up as Boersma regroups. And Lansing's is trying to set up for something. They're just pacing along forward to their offensive side as Boersma goes for a big boot right there. Gets right past Janoski as the whistle is blown. They're signaling for a Goshen free kick. They get it off immediately, and they're now ready to cross midfield. Here comes a pass. It goes past to the goalie. Boersma is able to stop it, banking it off his cleat, off the head of a Goshen defender, and it's going to sail right into the hands of Wider.
Robins continuing to press, trying to maybe force a mistake out of Goshen City, but right now they're being so compact and tight, and that's what you want necessarily from your midfield two and your back line is compactness, playing tight, not playing scared. That's what they're doing right now, and it's just something's got to give eventually for the Robins. Hey, we finally get our hydration break, Noah.
Yep.
We finally get our hydration break, and I told Noah before, if you were following along last home game, Noah and I kind of did segments during hydration break about different sporting topics throughout the world, and one that's taught and one that we can talk about, Noah, as we are both avid hockey fans. We were kind of talking about it a little before we went on air. The Detroit Red Wings are the hockey team here in the state of Michigan. Made a big trade over the weekend.
That's right. They acquired #1 goalie from the Anaheim Ducks, John Gibson. In return, they gave Peter Mrazek a second-round pick in 2027, so a couple of years down the road, and then a fourth-round pick in next year's draft, 2026. Not a bad return, especially for a guy like Gibson, who has the pedigree. Hasn't been the guy he was when the Ducks were good, but you could say that's more so the fact that the Ducks haven't been good, and he's been the one that has been carrying the team for so long to keep him any sort of relevant. So hopefully, being on a different team with a much better defense, a much better just unit in general, hopefully Gibson can come back and be that #1 goalie. At his peak, he was considered one of the best goalies in the league.
Yeah, completely, and it makes you question what Anaheim's necessarily doing. Because
They have a prospect. I think his name is Luke Doltzel, who is set to be their successor to John Gibson. Gibson is in his early 30s, so.
Yeah, but taking away from Gibson, it's really questioning what the Ducks are doing because they just a couple days ago traded the guy that you expected to lead the franchise for the next decade plus in Trevor Zegras to the Philadelphia Flyers. But regardless, we're not going to talk about Ducks Flyers. Great trade, I think, from the Red Wings. They get the goalie that they've been craving for years and not a stopgap in guys like Cam Talbot, Alex Lyon, Jack Campbell, who was originally signed, had some issues off the ice. Thankfully, I believe he's doing better now. And acquiring Peter Mrazek back from the Blackhawks back to the Red Wings. So good trade for the Red Wings. Exciting to see what comes in the fall.
All right, as we resume play here at the Lansing Eastern Stadium, Goshen FC is going to try and get another chance here. Here comes number 8. He gets it right past the defense. Kanu tries for a strike, but is stopped at the very last second by Michael Dietz. Now Dietz is going to give it right to Powell. Powell right in the middle of the box, or right at the edge of the box. Meanwhile, coming in now for the Robins is Brett Swatton, number 5. And just as I say that, he goes right down and he's grasping his left leg as we get a whistle blown.
A little bit of a hard challenge. It's just a little too aggressive. 2 of the smallest guys on the field there are between the number, I want to say the number 8 of Goshen City and the number 5 of the Robins. Brett Swatton gonna have to be that difference maker. He played 65 games at Albion, just short drive down 127, 61 starts. He had 15 goals and 9 assists. He's got to be that difference maker off the bench if they want to be able to stay in this one.
You know, Borson looks like he was trying to give it to Swatton, but it was a little too much juice on that kick as it goes out of bounds. It's not going to be a throw-in for Goshen City FC. Yeah, 34 minutes into the first half. Not too much left in regulation in the first half. Let's see if Lansing can get some offense generated here. It goes past a few Robins as Goshen FC is going to sail the ball over to the left side. Off the head of one player. Now Kanu, number 22 of Goshen, who has the lone goal in this game, is looking to pierce the defense once again. He gets a pass off. They still have possession with it. They're just right around the edge of the box. Meanwhile, Powell drills it with his forehead as the ball's trickling over to midfield. Nice job there by Powell on defense to keep the ball out of harm's way. But Goshen's going to look to try and regroup here. On the right side with it is number 8. He's right to number 2. He's going to go right past a couple Robins. Sliding right there is Resch. Can't get it, but luckily Lansing is able to clear it a bit as it goes right back to the midfield logo.
Goshen City seems to be very comfortable in this one. I feel like they've taken the front foot, so to speak, and what they've normally been playing with all games is they've been playing with more men back and trying to prevent any forward momentum coming from the Robins. But now they're playing with 2 center backs and majority of those wing backs up wide, up pushing forward, trying to find that second goal. So this is going to have to result in the Robins having to be adaptable, try and exploit on the counterattack and have numbers in favor, trying to go 3-on-2 with guys like Mikey Costaglanis, Jack Voigt, and Owen Resch. They're going to have to be ready to pounce if Spencer Powell, say, gets a header away and being precise on their passing.
Yeah, it's looking pretty grim so far in the first half. They still got plenty of soccer to play as we're about to reach the 36-minute mark of the first half. Meanwhile, the ball goes out of bounds. Lansing's going to get the throw-in now. There's a big heave by Dietz. Resch tries to pierce it, but he gets swarmed by a few Goshen players. Now Kanu is just going to break a few ankles on his way into right through the defense. He goes right past Powell, gets a pass along number 14. Now it goes off the foot of Swatton. Now here comes Costaglanis. He thinks we're going right as he's going to angle onto the right corner. He gets a pass right off. And now they're looking for something here. Now to Dresky. Dresky's about to get pinched by a couple Goshen players. He gets it right to heel before that happens. Now they're just going to go behind him to Powell, who goes to his left over to Novello. Now Novello's going to go to Swatton, who's going to go right back to Novello, as he's going to go right forward to the logo. Heel's not able to get the pass as Goshen gets the ball right back on offense. Here comes a pass that is stopped in its tracks by Novello. Meanwhile, here comes Resch. Resch is going to go right. He tries to go right through a player, but he stops. It stopped. Costaglanis with the rebound is no good. Racing back with it is Resch. He's right behind a Goshen midfielder. They still have possession with it. It's right off the foot of heel as Swatton gets it, so right back to Goshen. Lansing still keeping it in Goshen's end. Here comes Crawford. Gets a few things off, and he's stopped, and he's not happy with that one right there.
We got intel from our man on the sidelines, Vice President Josh Pugh, that the Robins are being adaptable. They've switched to more of a 3-5-2 with Spencer Powell playing that middle center back. As I was saying, as I paused for potential attack, Spencer Powell playing that middle back with Dietz on that right-hand side and Novello to his left, and Swatton playing that left wing back role where he's going to drop back, but he's playing more as a midfielder, as is his typical position.
All right, Powell has possession of the ball as he passes it along to Dietz. Now Dietz is going to sprint a bit, but no pass, no receiver there on that pass, as Wider, the goalkeeper, is able to grab it. Little more than 5 minutes to go in this first half. Goshen City still has control of this game, 1-0 here at the Lansing Eastern Stadium in Lansing, Michigan. Off the cleat of Dietz. He's going to sail it back to Boersma. Boersma all alone in the box. Thinks about giving it to Novello, but he's looking to regroup a little bit. He's going to heave it over to Dietz as Dietz crosses midfield now. He's got Crawford on his left, but he's going to shoot it forward. Corralling with it now is Goshen. And immediately heaves it over to his right. Trying to pinch him, but it's no luck there. Novello's going to try and race back on defense. He's trailing him right now. Now wide open on the left side. Here comes a shot from Goshen. Rebound is no good. I think I sailed left of the upright. It's going to be a goal kick for Lansing.
Yep, I agree with you. That went left. Still 3-3 in American football. Very back and forth in this one. Very back and forth. 5 minutes to go and probably getting another, let's say, 3 or so minutes of stoppage time. Wouldn't it be great if you can go into the locker room essentially saying it's nothing, it's 0-0, essentially, even though it would be 1-1 on paper? It would be
I was gonna say,
great.
it'd be nice to go in the locker room tied 1-1, especially if especially you get it so late into the half. That means you have the momentum going into the next half. Here comes Novello, though. He passes it along and looks like he was going for Crawford, but Crawford's not able to corral it. Back into possession with his Goshen City FC. Wide open on the left side with it now as they cross midfield. Now they got to get back on defense, see if they can stop it here. Less than 5 minutes to go now in the first half. Now Boris is going to race for it. He's able to stop it right before it crosses the out of bound, or the back of the field.
So as we were mentioning, the Robins have kind of switched formation up. They're going to a 3-5-2, where they have Novellos, Powell, and Dietz kind of playing in midfield. Then you have Heald and Dresky playing a pivot. 3 ahead of them in Resch. I want to say Swatton and whoever's on the right-hand side currently, and then Casaglanis and Janowski kind of playing up front, or excuse me, Casaglanis and Voigt kind of playing up front, trying to switch things up, trying to be adaptable, trying to find something different, try and get some momentum going.
All right, they're not able to get out of their own zone as Heald has possession of the ball now. He gets it right over the Powell. He's going to get right back to the goalie. Now Boris was going to pass to his left to Novello. They got to try something here. They only got a few more minutes left in this first half, barring any other extra stoppage time. Heald's trying to get something going. He gets a big kick crossing to Goshen City's side. But now they're just going to play a little bit of keep away. Casaglanis races for it, tries to bring the pressure, but Goshen's not phased at all. Now here they come on offense. This number 5. He gets a pass over to number 20, who's racing on the right corner. Keeps it inbounds. Gets past Swatton as it goes out of bounds. It's going to be a throw-in, though, for Goshen City FC.
It's going to be a free kick, actually, for Goshen City FC.
My bad.
One of the dangers up that playing that right wing back position for Goshen City. It's been a danger all day, putting good crosses into the box. creates danger again on that right-hand side. Brett Swatton just getting tangled in the legs. It's going to be interesting. Goshen City trying to materialize something, get a 2-0 lead going into half, whereas if you're from the Robins perspective, maybe keep a man or two up front to try and exploit the counterattack.
Meanwhile, they got a few substitutions now. Michael Costaglanis and Jack Voigt are out. In comes Extreme Hawk and Carter Hagan.
Kind of substitutions to fit that attack, the position changes. Both strikers, both out and out forwards. Costaglanis more of a winger. Voigt plays a number of positions, try and get fresh legs out there to try and get something going up top.
All right, here comes the free kick from Goshen. He steals a huge kick and it bounces out of bounds. It's gonna be Lansing possession now, thankfully. We got 43.5 minutes into this first half. Only a few minutes to go, about 90-ish seconds. In regulation, at least. There's most likely going to be some stoppage time. You said there's going to be like, what, a few minutes?
Yeah, it should be roughly maybe 3 or 4. You probably got a minute. You got probably 2 minutes from the hydration break and then maybe another 2 from just stoppages throughout the half. So there's probably going to be another, let's say, 5-ish minutes left in this one.
Let's see if Lansing can use those 5 minutes to get to tie the game right up as they're still on their side of the field. Heald now has it for the Robins as he sails the kick over to Swatton. Too short for Swatton, though, as number 2 is able to head it along. Now it's back on offense with his Goshen. He goes right around Hagan. He's getting passed up by a couple players. Ball still in bounds. Swatton's able to swat it away with his feet. Meanwhile, Extreme Hawk is just watching the ball, seeing if he can snag possession of it. Now he's going to race behind him. Looks to steal it, but he's not able to do it. A little less than 20 seconds to go in regulation now in the first half. Lansing still down 1-0. Here comes Goshen FC. Bounces off. It looked like it was it's going to be a goal kick for Lansing. I thought that went off one of our defenders.
I thought so too, but I guess it hit off Kanu's foot to result in a goal kick.
So we get 3 minutes of stoppage time here. Let's see if they can use those 3 minutes to their advantage. Gonna have to get going real quick though.
Just want some positive. If you can't find the goal, if you can't, find something to get momentum in your favor. Sports are all about momentum, Noah, as you know. Momentum is so key. Try and find some momentum.
Oh, there was a potential momentum shift. It went off the head of Hawk, but it's gonna just bounce in the air, banking off of every single player possible in that stadium. Now it reaches the ground. There's Swatton with a kick. Still in bounds with it now as Goshen FC has rushed tries to disrupt it. Now the ball's going to sail over to the left. Goshen's going to try and add on to their lead. Back on offensive with it now. Here comes a cross-field pass. Past a couple of Lansing defenders. Now it's going to go into the possession of Powell as Boriswood now gets it. Hagan gets pushed as it goes right off the back of his head as we get a whistle now. Looks like it's going to be, they're going to call that there.
Yeah, quite easy call. Goshen City, they're going to try and just waste some time from it. Referee's going to note of it. He's going to note the time. He's going to let Lansing, the Robins, get their numbers forward that they need. Going to be interesting to see what approach do they want. They want to go the long ball approach, try and work it up the side, and put a cross in. Important last possession here.
All right, they're starting off by giving it to Powell, who's going to give it right to Dietz. Now Dietz is going to go for a big pass. Racing with it is Hagan, but it's going to go out of bounds.
That's not what I was expecting necessarily. I like the idea of trying to play it through the middle, but there was nobody there. Too much power into that pass. Lots of question marks, and Coach Sorg is not going to be happy going into the locker room with the 45 that we've just been watching.
Yeah, this is new territory for both of us, too, here in the booth. This is probably the first time this season that Lansing has trailed going into halftime.
Completely. We've only seen 2 goals given up while we've been here.
Yeah, the last one was the last game we called, and that was at the very end, though.
And that was a penalty that you could argue maybe shouldn't have been given.
And meanwhile, here comes Lansing. Oh, right off the face of Swatton. I could never be a soccer player like that, hitting my face like that, especially when I have glasses. That would just be painful for me. Meanwhile, here comes Goshen looking to extend their lead as Powell slides in at the last second and goes out of bounds. Corner kick for Goshen.
Ooh, that was a bad voice crack there, Noah. Wow. 19 years old, and I'm still getting voice cracks like I'm 13, just entering puberty. That was dangerous from Goshen City. They're showing their quality there, showing why they're still in this race to compete for that conference championship. Number 20 along that right-hand side, along with number 2, have been dangerous all game. Had a great chance. Spencer Powell playing cleanup duty. Somebody is going to have to step up, and if it's Spencer Powell, he's going to do it.
Here comes the corner kick. There's a scrum in the middle, and it's stopped. Oh, goodness. It looked like Boris was on the ground. He was ready to give up the goal, but he's able to push it away at the last second. It's going to be another corner kick, though, for Goshen. Still a 1-0 game here in stoppage time.
Phew, that was close. I thought that was about to be an own goal from one of our players, accidentally headering it in. Thankfully, enough bodies are there to prevent the chaos.
Attempt number 2 now for Goshen. Goes off the head of one of their other players, and it goes right out of bounds. Another corner kick. 3rd time's the charm. Hopefully not for Goshen. But
the end of the first half, thank goodness.
They're not going to let it happen as we've reached the end of the first half. Goshen heads into the locker room up 1-0 here in this pivotal Great Lakes matchup between the Lansing Common FC Robins. Lansing hoping to tie the game up in the second half, trying to come back even stronger than before to try and keep control of the division lead and hopefully get to play some extra ball here in the end of July. With that being said, we are going to take a short break. We'll be back with more action here at the Lansing ECU Stadium. I'm Noah Stalker here with Josh Lee. We will be back. Welcome back, everyone, here at the Lansing Eastern Stadium in our state's capital, Lansing, Michigan. I'm Noah Stalker on play-by-play here with Josh Lee on color. As we're about to enter the second half of this game, your Lansing Common FC Robins are fortunately in the hole right now, 1-0 against Goshen City FC, and what is a pivotal matchup in terms of championship play.
Yeah, this is very important today. Taking maximum points from this one only helps the Robins necessarily. They do have a game advantage on second place, Midwest United FC 23. However, losing this one would put a damper onto things, would affect goal difference, which does play a factor into, say, if these teams tie on points, things change necessarily. Both teams, Goshen City and Lansing Common, would be on 7 games played, where they would be same goal difference, but the Robins would only be ahead by 2 points. And that is pivotal in this one. I mean, there's only going to be 3 games played left, 3 league games left after this one against Midwest United, who are sitting in second, who are currently playing right now against 1927 SC. We don't know the final. We don't know the score in that one currently. But searching social media for a score update on that one. Don't have anything yet. Grand Rapids SC, who are bottom of the division, that is on the road. That's going to be an important game. And then you come back home for the final game on July 19th against Holland Rovers, who are just sitting behind Goshen City. So this is a big game. You got to take advantage of the games at home. Thankfully, 3 out of the last 4 are at home, including this one right now.
Yeah, meanwhile, here's a couple, one big change so far in the lineup. Out goes Owen Resch, and in comes Ali Ahmad.
Ali Ahmad, I dubbed him the Magic Man. The magician's gonna have to find. He's gonna have to find his wand out of that hat and pull out more than just one bunny. He's gonna have to pull out at least a few to try and change the momentum of this one, to try and maybe salvage at least a point from this one, keep the unbeaten streak up, even try and go further and snag the win.
Yeah, it's funny. You've called him the Magic Man, but at least in the past few games, especially in that friendly, he was exactly more. He made that magic disappear more so.
Yeah, Ali Ahmad going viral for the wrong reasons, at least over the weekend against Tulip City for his fall in the final goal celebration. Ali Ahmad gonna have to be the difference maker to try and win this one.
All right, Lansing kicks off the second half here at the Lansing Eastern Stadium. Let's see what they got going on offense to start off. Goes off a few players. Extreme Hawk is the last one. Here comes that Magic Man, Ali Ahmad, who gets a pass over to, I believe that's Dresky. Meanwhile, Dietz over on the right side. He's just circling his way around. Meanwhile, Kingsley Kanu, who is the goal scorer for Goshen City FC, who was able to strike early in the game to give Goshen that 1-0 lead. Let's see if he can, if he's going to try and get another one going. And here it comes, just like in the first half. Here goes on the left corner. He's got only one Robin to beat. He's going to try and break his ankles. He gets a pass off. Right to the middle, here comes a shot, and it's off the bottom of the upright and out of bounds. So thankfully, it doesn't go in the net. It goes off the wrong piece of equipment.
Oh my goodness, Goshen City, take a bow for the start that you just came out with in that first minute. Unbelievable. Miscue off the first kick from the Robins, and Goshen City pounced. Kanu being a dangerous force, too easy into the box, being able to take a touch. Not enough tenacious effort from the back line from the Robins. So easy for Goshen City there.
Yeah, it looks like the Robins are all out of sorts right now coming into this half.
That's for sure. That team talk from Coach Sorg is going to have to work wonders. And the substitution of Ali Ahmad is going to have to make the difference.
All right, meanwhile, Borisma lands a kick over to Novello, who's going to go right back to Borisma. He's just going to march slowly forward down the field. Who's going to pass it to Heald, who gives it right back to Borisma, and then hits him on the other, hits him to the end of that triangle to Novello. You know, a little miscommunication there. Here comes Kanu, but Powell's able to stop it at the last second. They still have possession of it though, right around the right corner. All right, rushing forward. Here's a shot. Borisma gets ready, but it's stopped by the defense early. Blood Ball's going to sail out of bounds and back to the possession of Goshen City.
Sloppy out of this first half from the Robins. Sharp, incredible effort from Goshen City so far.
All right, still keeping that stranglehold on offense. Here comes a shot, but it's going to go out of bounds. But they're going to call it a corner kick. It bounced off a defender last, a Robin defender, to be more exact.
Came off, I believe, Brett Swatton on that left-hand side. You have to commend, from a neutral perspective, you have to commend the effort from the Goshen City coming out into this second half. Nothing but sharp, quick play, remaining agile on their feet, going forward, pushing further and further. And the Robins coming out like they have played in the last few days.
I was thinking earlier, I was hoping that those last couple games where they've had the comeback to win would be more of a fluke and less of a trend, but it's starting to look like it's trending in the wrong direction. Meanwhile, still on offense with it is Goshen City. Connor's able to race for it, but he's not able to corral it fast enough. It's going to be a throw-in for Lansing, though. All right, Powell's going to look for something. He heaves a big kick to midfield. Hawk's going to bounce it off his head. And now Carter Hagan's going to try, but it's going to be called offside. He was too far behind the defense, and it's going to go right back to Goshen possession.
Carter Hagan almost had, he was almost seemingly didn't think Extreme Hawk was going to be able to get to that ball to get the header off.
Speaking of Hawk, he's on the left side with the throw-in. Oh, never, that's not Hawk, my bad. But he's able to get the pass from the throw-in, but Goshen's going to regroup with it. And now they're going to race on to the left side. Kingsley Kanu up in front, gets it right past Dietz. He's going to look for something. He spins right around Dietz. Gets it past Joey Farhat, who's now in for the Robins. Now he's going to pass to the right, number 6. Here comes a big kick, saved by Boersma. No rebound attempt there by Kanu. And it's going to go out of bounds, throw-in for Goshen City.
I cannot praise Goshen City enough so far from their start in this half. Less than 5 minutes into this one, and they are playing so technically strong. Great skill there from Kingsley Kanu. Just flicks it past number 14, Michael Dietz, and it was so easy being able to play that hold-up play it towards the middle. Great effort there from outside the box, leaving Brooks Boersma second-guessing what to necessarily do. Shoves it away. Just enough of a clearance on it.
All right, here they come on offense once again. They had the lane, but it's stopped by Lansing. You know, Farhat with a big kick over to Hawk. Hawk's going to try and race for it now. He's not able to stop it. Goshen gets possession right back. Right around midfield is about to cross over to their offensive side. Now passing it along. Here comes Goshen, 2-on-1. Powell's able to intercept it right in the middle, stopping an untimely goal as Boersma catches it. Nice catch by Boersma. He's going to sail a kick right to midfield, right around to where Ahmad is. But Extreme Hawk is able to possess it. Goes out of bounds, still going towards Lansing possession.
Thank goodness for Spencer Powell, because Spencer Powell is playing great cleanup duty for the Robins to keep this only at 1-0. Serious question marks right now with the defense. Without Spencer Powell, this game easily could be 3-0.
All right, Michael Dietz on the right gets the ball stolen by Kanu, but he's going to be the last one to kick it out of bounds. Still going to be possession of the Robins. Crawford thinks, but he's just going to give it to, he's going to let Dietz do it instead. Dietz going to throw it behind him to Farhat. Farhat's going to give it to Powell, who's been the talk of the broadcast so far in this game. You know, there's Hawk, who gives it right back to Farhat. He loses control of the ball. He's able to stop a potential breakaway. Meanwhile, Powell gets it off on his head. He's going to pass it right back to Dietz. Dietz is going to go to Boersma now.
No fear from Spencer Powell coming in, playing cleanup duty. Even with Michael Dietz right there on Kanu, he's going to come in and he's going to put his entire body on the line on that one to get the header on it. Even if it's still loose, still finding the ability. Spencer Powell, can't speak highly enough about him so far, keeping this game within reach.
Boersma's kick goes right over the head of Swatton. not able to stop the momentum of the ball, but as Goshen City regains possession. Meanwhile, we got a score update from 1927 Midwest United. It's a draw, 0-0.
Huge development. Midwest United had a chance to take some points and gain more of a lead. They've played 8 games now. They needed 3 points from it to keep themselves in it. They're going to go to 13, still 3 behind Lansing Common. The real danger now is going to have to come from Goshen City. They're going to be right on our tails for the rest of the season.
That's right. Meanwhile, Extreme Hawk has it right around midfield with the Ma. They're bouncing the ball right back to each other. Here comes a chance now. Here's Max Crawford on the right side. Is he going to go for it? He goes for a shot. It deflects and it goes in. Lansing ties it up. Jack Heel gets the goal right there, and the Robins are right back in it.
Unbelievable play there from the Robins. Max Crawford on that right-hand side. Plays it into the box. Staying onside is it Jack Heel. Just gets enough of the touch. As we were talking about Midwest United, Lansing Common strikes back 1-1 with more than a half hour left to go. The Robins are right back in this one, Noah.
They're back in. Oh, there's the voice crack for me. I'm older than you, too. I'm 22, turning 23 in about a few weeks. Oh, my goodness.
That's what this does to us. The Robins are right back into this. Voice cracks and all. 1-1. Unbelievable. Don't go anywhere. This is going to be fun for the next half hour plus.
Lansing is now able to regain control of their destiny. So, if I say so myself, off a phenomenal rush right there from Max Crawford, who's able to bounce it to Jack Hill for the goal. And we're only in like the first 10 minutes or so of the second half. Lansing's got plenty of time to retake the lead there right now as Goshen City kicks it right back off after that goal.
Whew, this is fun, Noah. This is fun.
This is the kind of action we've been waiting for in this entire game, as we've got a whistle blown now. And he's going to give a yellow card to Heald right off the goal.
Jack Heald, the energy there, the adrenaline coming from that one. Tried to play the ball, just went way too aggressive with it. The foot got high. Not necessarily made contact on it, but kind of giving him a warning for that aggressive nature on that tackle. But, man, this is fun. This is fun.
Yeah, we've been waiting all afternoon for something like this, and luckily they were able to get it right early on in the second half. Meanwhile, the ball's going to go out of bounds as Lansing's going to get the throw in here on their side of the field. Michael Dietz will be the one that does it for the Robins. He's going to go for a big heave, but it's going to land to nobody. Nobody good at the very least. As we get another whistle blown. Heald's not happy about that one.
Ali Ahmad, rocking the same style as me. It's so hot out today. You got to roll up the sleeves a little bit. Make sure you don't have that farmer's tan line on your arms. Didn't allow the player to go for possession. Easy call for the official who was right there on it.
Here comes a free kick from Goshen. They look for a shot, but it goes right into the hands of Boersma. I believe that's Spencer Powell, my bad, that got knocked down after that.
Got shoved down to the ground. Can't do that. Had free reign after he pushed Spencer Powell down to gain some opportunity to header it towards Boersma. Easy call for the official. And, man, the energy is back, Noah. It's more energy in this one. Some momentum going for the Robins.
Kingsley Kanu was able to suck out all the energy from this from the crowd, but they were able to dethrone him and now get it right back here in the Lansing Eastern Stadium as we've reached 10+ minutes in this second half. Meanwhile, Goshen still has possession of the ball. They're right around their midfield side. They're just bouncing it right back to the goalkeeper. Trying to regroup. Now here comes a big kick from the goalkeeper as they're going to race back on defense now. Ben Novella is going to try and backpedal his way back into the box, and he's able to stop it at the last second, preventing a potential shot there. Nice shot by Novella. It's still going to be, I believe, actually, it looked like from the sign it was going to be a goal kick. Oh,
sorry, I got a little lost. We have looking at a chat there from the assistant coach who's not here today, following along on the stream, giving a little gripe to us on the stream. But yeah, I'm not sure. I was too busy looking at the chat from Coach Derby. Love you, Coach Derby. Wish you were here with us. Thank you for following along. And it's fun, Coach. It's fun here right now.
It absolutely is. Meanwhile, we got a goal kick here for Lansing Common. That was definitively a goal kick. All right, Borisma's going to tap it to Spencer Powell on his right side. Mosing his way along with it now is our captain as he passes it right back to Borisma. He's going to get a quick pass to Ahmad. Go right to his left to Novello. He's going to go right behind Ahmad. He's going to pass it back to Powell. Trying to find an open man now as Powell gives it right to Ahmad. Immediately right back to Powell. He's going to kick it back to Borisma. There's a big kick from Borisma over to Dietz. Now Dietz is going to race with it on the right side. He trips up a player, but both of them land to the ground. Goshen City has possession of it once again, but Dietz steals it right back. Dietz gives it to Crawford, who's over to Hawk, who can't corral it as the whistles have stopped.
Yeah, the player that Michael Dietz, he accidentally tripped. He wasn't going for any malicious there. He ended up tripping, and it tripped up the player. Tried for a little retribution there, gave a quick shove in the back. It was clear as day. Referee played advantage, had to come back in a sight that if you're a Goshen City fan, this is something you don't want to see.
Yeah, it's been the man of the match for this team is Kingsley Kanu, who has their lone goal, who got the scoring going for Goshen City FC in the game. He's being helped back up onto the sideline and is not looking good. He's limping a little bit, not a little bit, limping definitively.
Yeah, that right leg. Wonder if it's something that can be treated to real quick, or if Goshen City's going to have to run with 10 men. It looks like they're going to bring a sub on for Kanu. This is not a sight that you want to see if you're Goshen City. He's been the danger man all day up the left-hand side and now the right-hand side. Been the man you want to watch. Hope nothing but the best for Kanu. He's been such a joy to watch for the neutral. The pace and the electricity has been there.
All right, they're getting their substitutions out. Here comes their sub, number 17. Meanwhile, Spencer Powell's going to be getting the free kick here for the Robins. Almost reaching the 60-minute mark in the game. Score is tied 1-1 thanks to Jack Heald. Powell's telling everyone to go back, trying to get near the box, trying to get a quick goal here. Here comes a big kick from Powell. Sails over the head of Extreme Hawk. Can't get anything going there as Goshen gets another big kick as Powell bounces off the top of his head. Jack Heald bounces to Novello. Novello kicks it along to Spencer Powell. Powell fires it over to Dietz, who then gives it to Hawk, who goes to Ahmad, who gets tripped up by number 6. Got another yellow card, but this time it's going to be on Goshen. Yeah,
the number 15 came through the back of Extreme Hawk. Playing with fire there, especially for a center back. And if the Robins do what they've been taught to do by Coach Sorg and make those runs in behind, and if number 15 is that last resort, that's going to create opportunities. You want to now put pressure on number 15, make him make another mistake, and play with 10 men the rest of the way.
All right, here comes Spencer Powell, and once again another free kick as we've crossed the 61-minute mark. As Carter Hagan's going to try and rush for it. Bounces off a couple players, and they're going to try and clear it out. But Extreme Hawks pestering them. Heald knocks a guy down as the ball goes out of bounds. All right, Goshen City back at it again. Lansing playing a lot more aggressive. Carter Hagan tries to shadow one of their players and get the ball back as they're trying to disrupt a little bit. Here comes Crawford, who's doing the same thing. But there's no results there. Meanwhile, Goshen City with number 20, he's on the left side. He's got a wide open lane. Here comes Ahmad on defense. He's going to try and break it up a bit, and he's able to. Few Robins are swarming as shot goes left of the net and out of bounds. Goal kick Lansing.
It's going to be a corner kick, and what an effort there from Ali Ahmad to race back that one. Number 20 had a great opportunity on that left-hand side. Had numbers in favor with Spencer Powell being the only man back. The tiredness is feeling it for everybody. Jack Heald got his hands on his knees. Ali Ahmad's got his hands on his knees. I believe Spencer Powell has got his hands on his knees. Everybody is feeling the exhaustion from the heat today.
All right, here comes the corner kick for Goshen City. Here comes, winding up. He's ready. Here comes the shot. Sails off a player, but not in the net. It's gonna go backwards to Lansing. Meanwhile, Crawford gets pushed off. And we got a whistle blown. Still calling it for Goshen. He's not, Jack Heald's not happy about that one.
The crowd is sharing the confusion that I have right now. I'm not, it must have been out of play. The referee, the linesman on the near side, calling it out of play, but clearly a lot further than the way the referee had it marked.
Here comes Goshen racing it now. Ahmad attempts to steal, no luck there. And now we got an offsides. Lansing catching a big break right there as they now regroup on offense.
Feels like the energy, we talked about it earlier, but man, it feels like the energy has come back into this one, into this environment. Everybody is more into it, showing their emotion, their passion for it. We got about 30 minutes left. It's going to be very interesting to see which one this way goes, or if it stays the way it is right now.
Yeah, hopefully we can get out of this with a win and sit near the top of the Great Lakes West. Well, a header from one of the Robins goes out of bounds. Goshen's got the throw in. Oh, it sails past the face of Dietz. They're just playing within the right side. Here comes another odd man rush, but they're going to call offsides once again. He was way off. There was not a single player nearby.
Yeah, quite clearly offsides there, and it is going to be a yellow card for the number 17 for time wasting, kicking the ball away to the agreement of the crowd here in front of us. It was clear offsides there from the number 17. Referee showing his power today, making sure that everybody knows that he is in charge and he is not going to handle any silly games.
Yeah, no silly business here at the Lansing Eastern Stadium for this guy. Meanwhile, Spencer Powell lightly taps it over to Boersma on his left side. Gonna try and regain control here and get back on the board. As he sails a big kick, he's gonna try for a fast break here. Hagan is tangled up a bit. Oh, he's getting manhandled, and we got a little bit of a fight going on now. Ooh. Tempers are flaring here in Lansing.
This is not what you want to see. And number 15 for Goshen City needs to calm himself down. He's got to remember he is on a yellow card already. If he does not calm himself down, he's going to be sent off.
Number 10 just doing a little face, or swiping his face a little bit there.
This is really interesting. Number 15 for Goshen City is hot right now. He is frustrated. He has got to be careful. Otherwise, they're going to be down to 10 men. If you do not need that. This is too important of a game for Goshen City to be behind 10 men.
He's not having it, too. He's still chirping the Robins right now, and the Robins are chirping back.
And he's putting himself in the middle of it. He's not doing himself any favors right now. He's got to get himself out of there. Otherwise, he's going to get sent off. I believe there's a red card coming. Some moms are definitely sharing their vocals. Separate them or stop the game, I believe I heard there.
Yeah.
I believe I see a red card from the official.
Yep.
It's very important to see which way this goes. In this game of this magnitude, with both teams hunting for the division, and there it is. The number 15 for Goshen City has got himself sent off.
Yeah, good riddance, too, over here trying to get some, he's
starting. What is going on?
Oh, he is angry. He's not beyond angry on us. He's furious.
This is getting ridiculous from the number 15. He needs to get himself into the locker room to calm himself down. This is, if you're Goshen City, you have to be incredibly disappointed with your number 15. This is too important of a game to let your emotions get the better of you like that.
Yeah, honestly. Luckily, they're able to sweep him along into the locker room now. Hopefully, this will spark something for the Robins here as they get a chance to take the lead in this game. It was very unprofessional by Goshen City FC to instigate something like that.
I'm still so lost of what just happened.
I'm definitely going to look back and see what exactly was going on here.
So initially, what was called, for anybody that's catching up with us, I'm sure Coach Derby, if you're following along, you know exactly what happened. But initially, there was a foul in the buildup from Goshen City for holding back Extreme Hawk. Something must have happened on the field. Words must have been exchanged. In number 15, I got to figure out his name here in a little bit. Really did himself no favors. He did not need to do that to himself. If he's the captain, I'm not sure if he is necessarily, but he did himself no favors whatsoever there, instigating himself into the middle of it all.
Yeah, he's absolutely crashing out on the Lansing team right there. Just about everybody. He was just.
And I believe all this started in somebody. If Scott can and behind me can correct me. I believe all this started about 4-ish minutes ago. I believe they're still around. It happened around the 63 and a half, 64 minute mark. So there's still a little over 30 minutes to go, plus a mandatory hydration break. There is going to be a long time where the Robins have the numbers against Goshen City to take a 2-1 lead. Goshen City's going to have to try and fight and protect this 1-1 draw the entire way we go.
Yeah, there's probably going to be a lot of stoppage time, too, considering the little scrum that was going on just now.
I'm still in shock that that just happened.
And also, I think he threw out a couple of yellow cards as well.
There's probably some, maybe to Ali Ahmad and maybe Carter Hagan, who got involved in it. But it was obvious a straight red for the number 15, who I'm still going to try and figure out his name because I need to understand what just happened. Somebody in the crowd, I believe, is asking about the number 23 from Goshen City. What happened?
Yeah, even the fans are not really happy about that. They think there should be more ejections on their side.
And we're going to take the hydration break now. Wow, what on earth? I had a segment prepared for this hydration break, but I don't even know what my segment was.
I don't know what the segment was, but I don't think we should talk about that. We should talk about what exactly is just going on right now.
Yeah, and I think Coach Sorg and the Goshen City coach, they're trying to get an explanation from the officials. I am perplexed of what we've just witnessed. This is madness. Sorry, I'm taking a hydration break too.
Yeah, me too. But yeah, I was watching what was going on live, but I will definitely be looking back at this moment to actually see it happen during the live stream.
So I got a text of what may have occurred, and I'm not 100% sure. I've got this from an unnamed source, aka my father that's watching along.
Okay.
It looks like the number 15 had both arms around the Lansing player. A Lansing player may have swung an elbow backwards, so that may have been where all the cards came from. Again, I'm not 100% sure if that's true. I'm following along with words that I'm getting from somebody that's watching the live stream, aka my father. But, geez, what chaos has descended Lansing Eastern Stadium. I'm so lost right now.
Yeah, we all knew the stakes were going to be high going into this game. We had no idea that this would reach a boiling point that it has right now.
All right, I'm not going to speculate a name, but would everybody in the booth like to tell me if that matches the face of the person? I want to say it's pretty close.
It's close. It says he's a defender. I don't remember where exactly on the field he's been the entire time.
He's been a defender, so I'm not going to speculate who it is, but it does say Stephen Bondi from Kenya. You have to be more composed in that situation. You have to know the stakes, especially if you're a player of that caliber. You have to be more calm in that situation, and that's just such a disappointment for Goshen City for what's about to be a long stoppage time. It's going to be very long.
Absolutely.
Man, what chaos has descended.
But luckily for us, this does benefit us in a way, because not only has their lone scorer is out right now. He's on the bench right now trying to recuperate from a potential injury earlier in the second half. But another player gets sent to the locker room, so they're down 2 right now.
Yeah. And from well, you're not going to be able to see on your screen, but the man in blue patrolling the sidelines has given us the official card situation. Number 15 for Goshen receives a straight red, even though he had a yellow from earlier on in the game. Extreme Hawk picks up a yellow card, and Carter Hagan picks up a yellow card. Chaos.
I think since we've been doing this, there's only been like 1 or 2 cards have been thrown out altogether.
Chaos, Noah. This is what this is. Chaos.
Absolutely tripled or even quadrupled the amount of cards we've got. Meanwhile, here comes a shot, and it almost goes in, but the goalie stops at the last second. He's able to pounce on it and prevent any sort of break in this tie.
Absolute chaos. And especially for a game of this magnitude in what felt like it was going to be such a good game with a half hour to go, with both teams tied at 1, that was not what you wanted to see at all.
Absolutely not, but right now we're fighting competitively, not physically, in the midfield right now as the ball trickles away over. Here comes a chance for Goshen as Spencer Powell stops it at the last second once again. Playing that cleanup duty once again, being arguably the top defender so far in this game, stopping all the scoring chances from Goshen City FC. Nice job there by our captain.
Yeah, Spencer Powell once again. Once again, playing cleanup duty. Spencer Powell, even though Goshen City goes down to 10 men, they're still playing and fighting hard to try and rescue and maybe even salvage somehow a win out of this.
Here comes a corner kick, though, for Goshen after it went off the Powell's leg last. He's ready. Here comes the kick. Bounces off the head of, I believe that was Dietz. Meanwhile, Hawk is going to try and race for the ball. And he's able to intimidate number 17 as he loses control and goes out of bounds. Back into possession of Lansing on the throw-in. All right, here goes Max Crawford on the throw-in now. We're 75 minutes into the game. Got less than 15 minutes to go in regulation. We're going to probably have plenty of stoppage time after that fight basically broke out in this game. A pivotal game so far for the Robins to keep control of the division lead as Extreme Hawk races for it on the right side. He's not able to contribute or to corral it, but he's able to disrupt it a little bit. Still keeping it on their on the Goshen side. Got the horns blaring on the opposite side of the field here at the Lansing Eastern Stadium in our state's capital. Still tied 1-1, thankful to Jack G. Heald's goal earlier in the second half, as the ball now sails out of bounds.
Man, chaos, chaos, chaos. I'm still trying to catch up with what just happened. It's been like 10 minutes since the entire situation happened. For a game like this where it felt like both sides were really playing a strong, tough game, it was not what you wanted to see it come down to, where a player gets sent off. You really would have I would have preferred winning this one 11-on-11 and making it a fair one.
I guess. I can see where you're coming from.
Well, you don't want any excuses if you get the win fairly.
I mean, the way I see it, keep your temper or else you're going to find your way in yourself in the locker room, though.
Yeah, that number 15, the number 15 has to be much better there.
Meanwhile, we got another whistle blown, but it's going to be still Lansing possession.
Goshen City, they got to be careful. They might be losing their heads. They have got to stay calm. If you want a chance to stay in the hunt for the championship, you need a win from this one. And the number 6 looked like he was giving a sarcastic clap to the referee for it. You got to be calm, got to be patient.
Yeah, the discipline is been lacking in this half for Goshen City, even though they were up for a majority of this game. It's just ever since Heald ever struck the ball in the net and tied the game up, it's just been the wheels have basically fallen off in terms of discipline for them.
Yeah, and you have to find the wheels again, essentially, to keep your season, your hopes alive in this one. Somebody's got to remain calm and be the level head for Goshen City besides the manager.
Speaking of heads, it bounces off a couple Robin's heads as it goes out of bounds. Now it's going to be throw in for Goshen City. Here comes the throw in. He's able to get in front of the player as they corral possession with it now. Here comes Borisma with a kick. Back to Dietz. Dietz is going to cross midfield now. He gets a kick of his own. Sails right into the feet of Goshen City. Now they got to get back on defense.
Even though Goshen City is down to 10 men, they are not playing like it for sure. They have the quality. They're not playing like they're playing with 10 men. They're still going forward and being aggressive.
All right, there's Swatton who has it. Attempting it right there was Lansing, but they couldn't keep control of the ball. Meanwhile, number 8 has it, and it gets picked. He gets pickpocketed by, I believe that's Joey Farhat. Farhat was going to try and do it again, but Goshen's going to try and steer clear of him as they cross midfield now. They go right back onto their side as number 21 has it right around the top of the motorboard. Now number 19 with it. On the left side as Crawford trips. Stolen by Dietz, but is immediately sliding with it was number 23. Goes out of bounds, luckily, for in favor of Lansing.
I can't believe we have gone this far without mentioning it, but the Turf Monster really has been alive in this game for sure. Taking lots of players down.
Maybe that scrum woke him up.
Potentially even more so, even though a lot of players were falling earlier today. Still falling now.
All right, Goshen has to throw in as we're about 10.5 minutes left in this game, in regulation. Game is still tied at 1 live at Lansing, Michigan. As we got a potential odd man rush as Spencer Powell is able to get in front of him. Excellent defense there to keep him from scoring. Nice job by Dietz on the slide, but number 19's left wide open on the left side. Here comes a shot, and he scores. Number 19 breaks the tie now for Goshen City FC. They take the lead with 10 minutes to go in the game.
Like I've been saying, they have not been playing like they're down a man at all. They have been aggressive, remaining vigilant, and remaining aggressive on the attack. Great composure there for the number 19. Lansing Common just were having too many men forward, didn't have enough defenders back. And number 19 had great time, great composure, puts it above Boersma's head. Boersma couldn't do anything about it. It's 2-1 to Goshen City, and they have played themselves right back into the picture, potentially to play, or to win, excuse me, the Great Lakes West Division.
What looked like an opportunity for Lansing to take the lead here has not fared so well. Goshen City's pretty much done the exact opposite of what you'd think would have happened.
Yeah.
All right, Lansing's now going to once again play from behind here as we cross 9 minutes left to go in regulation. They should have plenty of stoppage time thanks to the fight and the injuries so far in this game. But let's just see if they can walk out of this with a draw now as Ali Ahmad has it. Who gives it right to Heel, who gives it right back to Ahmad. Ahmad's going to pass it back over to Farhat, who gives it right to Dietz. Dietz is going to give it back to Heel. Now to Ahmad. Ahmad strikes it to Crawford. Crawford still keeps himself onside as he's on the right corner. Here comes a pass, bouncing off the head of a Goshen player. Now off the head of Heel. Now here's a bicycle kick, and then it just goes out of bounds as the whistle's blown.
I believe they were calling a foul on Jack Heald for that header to try and play it over to Jack Voigt or Joey Farhat, whoever was there to try and perform that bicycle kick.
I believe that was Farhat. That was a nice attempt there, though.
Yeah. The energy's back into this one, the nervous energy, lots of people on the edge of their seats. Try and salvage something. Taking a point is just so crucial from this one as it stops Goshen from getting all 3.
All right, meanwhile, a potential odd man rush is quenched by the by Lansing as Ben Novello races around on the left side. He heaves a shot over to the left sideline as Castaglanis attempts to stop it, but he's able to get the throw in. Immediately off of it, here comes a chance for the Robins, and it is stopped by Goshen City as the goalie falls to the ground.
Time wasting. Time wasting. Name of the game, if you're Goshen City, you're down to 10 men. You can afford to have your goalie take a yellow card. Name of the game, you better take it.
The ball goes off the head of Dietz, banks off the head of Novello. Still in the air now. Grounding it is Castaglanis. He's going to race on the left side. Tries to get stripped up. Here comes an opportunity. Let's see if he can tie it up. Here's a shot. Save made by Goshen.
Good move up on that left-hand side from Mikey Castaglanis. Just the final quality there on the shot was not there.
They're pressing up right now. Goshen goalie pops it up in the air. It's going to go out of bounds, throw in for Lansing. Going to try and get it off immediately. Giving it to Ahmad, who bounces it to the right to Heald, who gives it to Farhat. And now Dietz with it. Splitting between the middle is Farhat. Here comes a shot of his own. Goes over to the goal. No rebound attempt from Swatton as the ball sails out of bounds. It goes off a Goshen player last, though. So it's going to be a throw-in again for Lansing. Castaglanis is going to do the honors. Never mind. They're going
to set up for that long throw that we've talked about before.
He's going to kick it over to Crawford. Let's see if they can bank this one into the net.
Long throw coming. Every chance, you just have to hold your breath, hoping for the best if you're a Robins fan.
Here's the windup. Here's the throw. And no Robins able to get a rebound or get a shot off as Goshen clears it to their side of the field. It's going to go out of bounds. Borisman's going to throw it in. Right to Dietz, who's just wide open on their side of the field. Got a little more than 5 minutes to go in regulation. Goshen is able to retake the lead 2-1. Here comes a breakaway attempt here by number 8. Boris is going to try and backpedal into his net, but they're going to they're gonna call that on Goshen. They are not happy about that one.
Yeah, this is the first time I'm gonna stop and say the referees were wrong. That was wrong. That was onside.
I just say so myself. He looked like he was onside. That was a little late too. He had the ball for at least a couple seconds before he even blew the whistle.
Yeah, that was a poor call from the linesman there. That was quite clearly onside. That is, if you're a Goshen City fan, you have every right to be upset. It looked clear to me that he was onside.
What could have been a potential 2-goal lead is absolutely wiped off the board thanks to that controversial offside call by the referee. He's been the hot topic so far in this game.
Oh, and we have a yellow card. Just wait. Whoa. A momentum swing. Another red card for Goshen City.
I gotta be honest, I don't know where this is coming from.
What on earth is happening?
The Goshen fan base that traveled all the way from Indiana here to Lansing is not happy about that.
I am perplexed. Something had to have happened on the field that we have not seen. For that to happen, I am stunned. If now has to be the chance.
Yeah, they've already kicked 2 Goshen players out of the game. You have to find a way to tie this up. There's no excuses right now for the Robins.
Oh, we have something else coming. We have a yellow card for the head coach.
Yellow card shown to number 17, Kevin Badana of Goshen City is second in the game.
Come on, Peter, you're better than this. Rev, you're better than this.
Oh my goodness. This is peak semi-professional soccer right here.
Yep. Not playing for money, not playing for the major trophies. Straight up pride right now. This is out of the games we have commentated together, Noah, this is something.
What a great way to come back in the league play with a game like this. This has just been plot twist after plot twist so far.
This is what we've been missing, because every game has been too calm, too friendly, too nice. This is what we've been missing. This is
the only thing we're missing from this is, well, Lansing being the one on top. But let's see if they can find a way to tie it up here as Borisma sails the kick after that unexpected red card against Goshen City FC. That's the second one so far in this game as Ahmad strikes out to the middle. Meanwhile, Farhat's going to stop, corral it now. He's going to pass it right behind him to Ahmad. Right on over to Crawford. They're just going to go playing behind now. 2 minutes to go in regulation as Borisma's going to regain control of the ball.
I am curious to see how much stoppage time is about to come.
Meanwhile, Borisma with a big kick off the head of a Goshen defender. Now they're sailing it way up in the air, right back onto Lansing side of the field. I saw a bit of turf fall off the field there after that when it landed. All right, Hield's got it now. Got 90 seconds to go in the game, in the regulation. Now he's racing for it in the middle. Now to Novello. A chance is stopped right there as the Goshen races now. They're going to go for an attempt here. Here comes a breakaway. Novello on his left, though. Now he gets the number 8 wide open now. It's stopped by Borisma, but he's able to control it right back. Borisma's now racing for it. Here comes it. Oh, there we go. That's going to be the dagger right there, unfortunately.
Oh, the number 9 is certainly going to be sent off for Goshen City, but well earned from Goshen City. Terrible from Lansing Common.
Yeah, that will be it there. That's going to pretty much do it. Now they're down by 2 as they're about to reach stoppage time.
Somebody from Goshen City is about to be sent off here, as I believe I saw a double bird be gestured towards the referee. So yeah, Goshen City's not doing themselves any more favors for what they've done, but they've definitely earned all 3 points in this one to keep themselves alive for the Great Lakes West Division.
Yeah, this has been a terrible day for a Robins fan so far. Well, they are still technically in control of the division so far, thanks to the draw in that Midwest 1927 game. This does put a ripple in that potential for winning the division.
Yeah. They're still in control of their destiny, as Coach Derby has said, but this is definitely going to make the end of the season a lot more spicy, and everybody's going to have to remain high on their toes as, man, it looks like they're ready to have, it's like they got trips left on football formation. They got, it's like we're watching American football right now.
It's like a reverse kickoff. All right, we're in stoppage time now. A few players from the Robins are now in as a shot by Crawford is caught by the goalkeeper of Goshen City. Now we have no idea how much stoppage time we are getting because the PA announcer never announced it, or if, there it is.
How many? I did not hear.
I believe
10 minutes of added time. There's still a lot of time. Something crazy could happen. The Robins are known for their comebacks.
Yeah, let's see if they got another one in them as Janowski is over on the right side. There's a kick off the head of a Goshen defender. Janowski attempts to race for it, but he can't get it going. Here comes another rush here from Goshen City as a player gets tripped down by Damian Adai as the whistle is blown. He's going to get a yellow card here. Today's game is sponsored by the color yellow.
Yeah, yellow, red, orange, any color you can think of. Man, this has been a chaotic game, to say the least.
Absolutely.
This has been chaos.
In for Goshen City, earlier number 3, Ariel Matutai.
All right, after that yellow card from Adai, number 7 of Goshen City is going to get the free kick here. The attempt for a pass is no good as it goes out of bounds. It hits the first guy and then the second guy, but the third guy is not able to connect at the end. Now Lansing's gonna have to play quick. Even though they have plenty of time in the stoppage time, they still gotta find a way to come back from a 2-goal deficit. 3-1 right now, Goshen City here at the Lansing Eastern Stadium.
And number 19, Eli Simons.
It's been all Goshen City so far in the last 10 minutes of this game. Still on the Goshen's third of the field is Max Crawford. He gets a pass into the middle of the box. Someone attempts to head it, but it's no good. Meanwhile, Brett Swatton stops it. Here comes a kick over to Heald, and it goes off the upright and out of bounds.
Not the Robins' day. When they have everything going in their favor, there's still time. There's still time for something, but not going in the Robins' favor currently. Something's got to give if you even want a remote chance to win this one and keep the undefeated streak going. But hats off to Goshen City, even in fighting through adversity of losing 2 players. Just, Robin's day has not been good.
Yeah, the tempers are flaring on both sides of the ball. All right, plays resuming now. Number 6 is going to do the free kick for Goshen City. He's going to pad along to his left. Now he's just going to keep the ball away from Lansing possession, but it's going to go out of bounds and it's going to be thrown in for the Robins. Crawford's going to throw it in immediately to Boersma. Trying to think of something to jolt this team back to competing. So Crawford gives it to Swatton. Swatton passes along into the fray. Another whistle blown against Goshen this time, still gonna be Lansing ball. Let's see what they got going now. 4 minutes, or more, almost 5 minutes into stoppage time. Goshen City is still up 3-1 in this pivotal Great Lakes matchup. Here comes the kick from Heald, and it's shot off the head of Powell, but he goes too far to the left, and the ball's gonna get cleared as Swatton's gonna try and corral it and keep it in their zone. Here comes the throw-in from Swatton. He gives it to Crawford. Crawford with a big boot, but it's not going to hit the net, and it's going to go out of bounds. Goal kick for Goshen City.
It's going to be a day to go back to the drawing board if the result holds. Everything was in your favor, it seemed. You had the numbers with a great amount of time left. It's going to be a day that it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt until the next match day, as we will not be playing on the 4th of July weekend. It's going to be a sour taste for a while until we get back in action.
Yeah, absolutely, Josh. Can't win them all. That's all I got to say.
No, but when you're in the position that the Robins were in, you have to be better, even at this level.
Absolutely. I'm not trying. That's what I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Obviously, you can't win them all, but
Yeah.
sometimes in games like this where it seems like everything should have gone your way, it just didn't. Meanwhile, Crawford with a chance, but it's caught by the goalie. There was I believe that was Farhat who was going to race in and try and strike it in, but oh no, that was Novello. My bad. But the goalie was able to catch it at the very last second. All right, about to reach the 7-minute mark of stoppage time. Lansing trying to find something to stop the bleeding as Janoski's over on the right side. Here comes another shot, and it sails too far left of the net, and it goes out of bounds.
somber. Somber, besides the little 1927 contingent that we have near us right here. Very somber mood right now, knowing that everything was in your favor. You even had a very questionable call from the linesmen. And when you have referees in your favor, and hats off to Goshen City, they didn't let it deter them enough.
Bouncing the ball now at this point as Janowski, he goes from Janowski to several Goshen players. Meanwhile, Powell with a stand-up bicycle kick. But they're not able to make anything out of that as the ball goes out of bounds into the stands.
Great athleticism by, I believe, Jackson Kiska to hop that fence to try and get a ball back quick enough for the Robins.
Ooh, nice jump. Nice job there. Meanwhile, throw in here from Lansing. Can't get it on net right now as the die is knocked out of bounds onto the concrete. And that's going to be a foul. That's probably going to be a yellow card right there at the very least.
That was dangerous because that's straight concrete over there. He took a hard, Damien Adai took a hard fall. That's super dangerous over there. Damien Adai bounces back up. I mean, that is straight adrenaline for the 16-year-old. That was dangerous. Goshen City, they are going, if the result holds, they'll take all 3 points. But there's got to be question marks discipline-wise when it comes to challenges and keeping a level head.
All right, got less than a minute to go in stoppage time here. Janowski's going to try the corner kick. Here comes Crawford with a strike. Bounces off the cleat of a defender. Ball's going to sail its way back to Crawford, who's going to get right to Boersma. Boersma's going to try and go for a big kick. He does. Trying to set something up, but it's bouncing off a couple heads. Needs to try something, but nothing going as we got a whistle blown. And we got another Goshen player down. Oh, we got some more chirping.
Goshen City all day, they've been really fortunate to be 3-1 up. But they have got to be better about this if they want to win the Great Lakes West Division. This is getting ridiculous. This is now like their 3rd or 4th player that is potentially going to get themselves into trouble. Because I'm not sure, I'm going to have to get confirmation from Scott here, but do you get suspended for a red card? So Goshen City's losing a couple starters for their next game. They take 3 points from it, and they deserve it. But they're losing a couple players because of discipline issues.
Yeah, this is kind of thing you'd see from a team that's losing, not a team that's winning. But with that being said, that's going to do it here at Lansing Eastern. The Robins take an unfortunate loss, 3-1 here against Goshen City FC. Not the biggest blow to their aspirations for the division, but this does effectively still hurt them regardless. They still have a couple more games to try and keep their stranglehold on the division, but Goshen City is going to catch up to them now. We'll be back here on July 11th with the roles obviously reversed. I'll be on color. He'll be on play-by-play this time. It's been a minute since we had that combo.
Yep.
But with that being said, we're going to end this Sunday off by saying thank you for watching. Unfortunately, it didn't go into the favor that we wanted, but hopefully the next couple weeks, the Robins will be back on top and we can see some potential playoff soccer in a way.
Yeah.
On July 26th.
Hopefully some change will come in the break. We have another home game coming. Disappointing one today, but congratulations to Goshen City. They keep themselves alive for what is going to be a tight finish coming down the last 3 match days.
Yep, I'm Noah here with Josh, and we will see you soon.